Yo, what up? This your boy Kendall Stones, aka Kofi Weaston.
This your boy DOE Good Brother Bowl.
And we are the Dirty Hills. You already know, man, you tuning in to 11:30 podcast. Mm-hmm. Not 7:30, but 11:30.
Dude, that's my job. Not 7:30, but 11:30.
Yeah. And you have been Dirty Hills approved.
Perfect.
Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Y'all already know what it is. Welcome back, everyone, to the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's goody, everybody doing out there? Good morning, good night, good afternoon to all my listeners all across the world and all my subscribers who's joining me back here on the YouTube side, man. Everyone who's watching, if you're new to the podcast, hit that subscribe button down below, like, leave a comment, and do all that great stuff. And don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. But you guys, like I said, man, it's time to talk some pro wrestling. We back at it. I got a dope guest that's joining me this week, you guys. He's the undeniable, he's the SOAR Heavyweight champion, you guys. He's going to be joining me here on Talk Pro Wrestling this week, my guy, Fleming. Yo, it's going to be dope. We're going to be chopping it up about him, everything he got going on. He's been killing it on the independent scene, wrestling his ass off. It's going to be a dope show, you guys, man, for real. But before we do, shout out my guest who was on last week, my guy Kenny from the Call Up Podcast. Appreciate you. But speaking of the show, let's get into it. We ain't going to waste no more time. Dean, what's going on, my guy?
Hey, what's up, Dre?
Hey, how's it going, man? How's everything, man?
Man, if I got any better, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Like I said, I appreciate you having me on. I know you got quite a few subscribers to the show. So, what's good, people?
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy, like I was saying before, taking time out your busy schedule to join me here, to sit, chat one-on-one here on the podcast and everything. How life treating you?
Man, everything's real good. We're winding the school year down, basically done. We got graduation and whatnot coming up. Then we got some other wrestling following that. So it's like, hey, even though it's starting to wind down, I'm starting to kick back up. So
yeah. Your schedule is getting a whole lot of busier right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up, baby. We're going to get into everything, man. Your whole line of work you got going on with wrestling and on the other side also. But for my listeners and viewers who are not familiar with you, just joining me this week on the podcast, tell the world about yourself, man.
The moniker there, the undeniable one, Dean Fleming. In my day-to-day, the everyday single life there, I've got education side. I teach a subject called Advancement via Individual Determination, a college prep course for a lot of kids. And then I get out on the weekends and I do my thing in the ring as Dean Fleming. We just like to get in and mix it up. Really started out in the wrestling world as a manager and then transitioned into the ring. And now here I am, a multi-time world champion. So.
Hey, that's what's up. You say throughout the week. So you've been an educator at a college,
high school.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How's that right now?
It was a little crazy this year. All the kids coming back from being virtual basically the last 2 years or such. The old adage that the problem with social media is, you can say whatever you want without the fear of getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Some kids saw that this year when they were talking crazy to each other. We had fights the first few weeks in school about every single day just because of that. But it calmed down as the year went on. Like it was a really good year. So
okay. How you handle that though? As being a wrestler, doing your thing, on the weekends, and being a school teacher,
sure.
At high school, and people handling the fights, and this is what you do on your weekend job. You kick butt in the ring. So how you handle that, and trying to juggle that both.
With that one being in the school and whatnot, you just try to de-escalate it some. Sometimes you got to throw in, a little full Nelson action on them, get them out, throw them a little arm bar. Please go this way.
Okay.
But a lot of the kids also know what I do on the weekends, so they tend to not really take that chance with me.
Okay. So how was their first expression that they teacher is a professional wrestler?
You know, obviously they don't believe it at first because, you know, you're just a teacher and you
Yeah.
start, you know, you show them some videos, show them some of your promo pictures and all that good stuff. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So how long you been a teacher?
This was my 9th year in education. So I'm getting ready to go into year 10.
Okay, okay. How did that start about? Did you always wanted to be a teacher before a wrestler, or being a teacher just kind of like just fell into place for you?
It just kind of fell in place, man. I knew I was going to college and I had no idea what I was gonna do, you know, as far as like career and all that goes. So I took my general education classes like I was supposed to, and then about in my 30 years, really when I decided I think I'm gonna go into the education side. I just really liked helping out classmates and showing them the ropes and then all that kind of stuff. So that's really when I figured out the teaching was for me.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's dope. That's dope. And how long you been in the ring now, getting in the ropes?
I'm into year 6.
In year 6. You say you started out as a manager. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, so how did that form about? You started out as a manager going into a wrestler. Were you just a manager trying to just getting your feet into the door first, or just doing whatever you can?
Well, you know, I had no idea that independent professional wrestling really even existed up
Okay.
until the year 2016.
Hmm.
You know, WrestleMania came into Arlington, Texas, you know, Dallas, Texas, WrestleMania 32. Went out there, front row seats, or not front row, but, you know, we were on the floor seats,
Yeah.
right by the ramp. Like, it was a cool experience. But during that time, all the independent promotions, you know, go into those towns and they start having flyers and all that. So um, I picked up a couple of flyers here and there and was like, man, this would be dope to go see. Went to see some shows, made some connections that way, and eventually Bobby Horn, aka Sir Mo from Men on a Mission, sent me a friend request just because I check in at all these shows. Then I hit him up and he's like, hey, you want to come try out? I could take you on as a student. Yeah, man, let's do it. Did the tryout with him. And then in my own mind, I thought, man, I've been an athlete for all these years. My knees are terrible. I've torn both ACLs. I don't know if my knees can really handle being a wrestler because everybody my size, you know, with 5'8", 5'9", weighing about 200 to 210,
Hmm.
they flip around, they jump around, they do all this stuff. I'm like, man, I no.
Yeah.
My knees will be out of there. And he said, well, okay, that's fine. So let me, you know, ref or manage or something. And so started showing me the ropes to being a manager. You know, he always had manager Oscar when he was with Men on a Mission. So he kind of knew that side of it too. And so that's just how it went. But as we had proceeded along the way, where I'm traveling with him, he's getting booked all these different places. And I said, man, and this is not to say anything negative about anybody, but as I look in the ring at some of the guys, I'm like, I'm way more in shape than that guy. That guy's got 2 thick knee braces on. Uh, wow, that guy's already out of shape. Wow, I can actually wrestle better than that guy. You know, just seeing all the guys, I'm like, all right, Mo, it's
Mhm.
time. It's time.
Yeah.
Let's make this transition. So that's really how that came about.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Do you always see yourself becoming a wrestler, or being in wrestling before 2016?
I always wanted to, but I had no idea how to. Like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't even know these promotions and schools even existed. And anytime, you know, especially speaking from the Dallas Fort Worth area,
Yeah.
even if you Google, you know, professional wrestling schools in Dallas, there may be 2 sites that pop up. You know, and I try to call them, the number's disconnected on one, the other one doesn't answer. They don't call back. You know, they don't answer emails. So it's like, how do you get your foot in the door? You know, the contact info is not there, and only 2 are listed.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. What was the challenging parts, and getting your foot in the door, and being such a young guy in the business, and just trying to learn, and nobody won't, give you so much opportunity,
Yeah.
but you're just getting in there.
I mean, the most challenging part was because I was going to the shows as a fan first, was having the people on that side believe the fact that you want to get into the business, because there's a lot of wrestlers, managers, promoters, bookers, any of that stuff. When a fan really tries to talk about it, they just kind of brush them off. You're just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Like they're kind of trying to gatekeep the business or something. At least that was my experience. I'm not saying it's like that everywhere. So that was some of the hardest part. And then I'm very much somebody that when I dive into something, I tend to pick up everything really quickly, and therefore I move up in stuff very fast. Like for example, I'll give you this example outside of wrestling first, and then I'll go to that.
Okay.
I'm in my actual second year of teaching AVID, or advancement via individual determination. Well, they've already got me on the hook to possibly speak at a national conference for next year, a big summer institute for the following year. I'm leading the district in Dallas Independent School District, which has 51 different high school or 51 different schools in total that have AVID, and they look to me as like one of the top few guys. So within 2 years, and there's people that have been in there 10, 12, 15 years. So I tend to get stuff really quick. So being able to set pride aside and say, all right, so I'm not going to get to move up super fast here. I'm going to have to do like little grunt work that not a lot of people are going to do. I may have to work for free. And that's really what started it, instead of just, Sir Mo saying, hey, I'm going to train you. The way I really got into, talking to him was he was promoting a show and said he needed security and stuff like that. So I reached out to him and said, man, I'm not in the business, but I will come and try to work for security for you. I just really hope trying to get a foot in the door.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up talking to him. That show ended up getting rained out being an outdoor event. And he still wanted to carry on the conversation about it. And that's, so being able to just have those conversations is a really hard part if you're, not used to that.
Hey, I feel you, and that's the part about getting your foot in the door, just with anything, man. Just communication, and just also just showing up, and be willing to be dedicated, and the will to do it, and that's dope. What would you like to accomplish, in wrestling, or do, or
To be honest, man, I want to leave the wrestling world, especially the promotion, SOAR Championship Wrestling here in Dallas. I just want to leave it at its highest point, and continuing to grow so that everybody remembers, that was the guy. Like, Dean Fleming was the guy that helped set this company to where it needed to be. Of course, I would love to get, one of those contracts from your WWE or your AEW or, a place like that. But to be realistic, I'm also 35 years old. I'm not chiseled out of stone, but I can work with the best of them.
Hey, you put on one hell of a matches, man, and I believe it though. As long as you believe it, it could definitely happen though. Anybody that you want to work with though on the independent scene or on a stage like AEW or WWE.
One of the guys that I've always admired, I've always looked up to within wrestling. In fact, I get a lot of style from him, like as far as when I'm in the ring, is The Miz. Just because The Miz is one of the most underrated dudes of all time. Like any role he's been cast into, anything he's been given, he just turns it into pure gold. Like he is the guy that you definitely tune in to see, regardless.
Yeah,
so he's definitely one.
Okay, The Miz though. Okay, that's a cool one, man. I say this a lot. I say if anybody hating on The Miz, then you just suck in general, because The Miz is a guy, he could just sort of reinvent himself. He just don't really get injured, and he's always there. He's just always there, and he's easy to hate. So, and a lot of people
does that job.
Yeah, a lot of people did despise him, especially in the beginning, coming from a reality TV show into the professional wrestling world and stuff like that. So I definitely get it. I definitely get it. But you guys, we gonna move on here on Talk Pro Wrestling. Dean, you also been working on or had the chance and opportunity to work on an episode of AEW Dark.
Mhm.
How was that? How was that experience for you?
Overall, the experience working with AEW Dark, man, that was really cool. Seeing some of those guys in the locker room that you've seen on TV, that a lot of fans, you see them on TV and you start to feel like them, a little bit more, but really seeing them backstage, you really do get to know the people. So that was a cool experience, man. It was a really laid back environment back there, but they were also super cautious. And, like after my match with Nick Camarado, I took that big running Alabama slam and just, oof, it looked like I got knocked clean out. But I mean, they had the producers and the medical staff and all of them. They were, right on the scene. Right when I got back to the back, it was, "You good? Do you need water? Do you need this? What can we do for you? Are you okay? Did you get seriously hurt?" Yeah. So they were all like right on point with it. Like,
Man,
so.
that's cool. I hear a lot of I hear a few and a lot of great stories about different guys and girls who have worked on AEW Dark. Being such a awesome place, and I know especially over the last year and a half or so, especially in
Mhm,
the pandemic, they gave a lot of opportunities to independent wrestlers because a lot of places were
definitely.
just shut down and stuff like that. How did you manage in that time right there in the pandemic and trying to find work and stuff?
Uh, During that time, especially around Dallas, kind of like everywhere else, we just stopped running shows
Mhm.
until they said, you can run them at such a capacity.
Yeah.
Best we could do is, you know, get together with as the training center with our bumps and bruises training center with Sir Mo, and we put together like a small curriculum that everyone could do at home. Whether it included, the burpees or the taking back bumps out on the grass or the bed or whatever. To really kind of stay in that like wrestling shape. And that was pretty much all we could do with that. And then when we kicked up and started running again in June, because we ran a show in March, then COVID hit real big, shut it down. We started running at the end of June into July. Um, and then from that point, we got connected with SOAR under this umbrella called OIWA, which is an organized independent wrestling association. So it's or alliance, sorry, a bunch of promotions coming together under one umbrella, and we've got promotions out in like Sherwood, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, and one up in Canada. So we're able to go to a couple of different spots without too much of an issue.
Okay, cool. So you made it work throughout the pandemic and stuff. You made it
Yes,
work.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. I feel you. I feel you. A lot of people had to make it work. Whether it was sitting at home or
Mm,
doing what they had to do. But I know that was a rough time for a lot of people. It was definitely
definitely.
a rough time. Definitely a rough time. Man, what inspires you? What keeps you going on a daily day basis, man? And also, what motivates you to keep getting in the ring and doing what you're doing at age 35?
Honestly, man, it's just a point of personal pride with me. Uh, when I dive into something, I dive into it to be the best that I can possibly be, regardless. So, that's where I do all my studying and all that. And it's always tough for me to let go of something until I know I am at the very, very top that I could ever be. And then it's like, all right, now let's see what else I can conquer. So, you
Okay.
know,
Cool. I always ask my guests, what inspires them because it's always, something in the world that, we get uplifted or, motivated by and inspired by. Early in the show, you were talking about, man, the age you are and you didn't know if you could, be a wrestler and, hang with certain guys because, you had bad knees or ACLs. Were you playing sports before? Did you play sports in any sports you were into?
man, when I was in high school, I did a lot of sports.
Mm.
I played football, played basketball, ran track, the whole nine there. Um, and I tore my ACL my junior year of high school. So at that point, I was always very cautious of that knee. But then I went to college, and I was playing basketball, just in the fitness center. Some of the athletes and whatnot were in there. So we're getting after it. And I go to pro hop between two people, boom, other ACL's gone. All right. And I never actually had my right ACL repaired surgically. So it's still not together. I just take a massive brace and throw on to make sure nothing goes awry there.
Okay. That's dope, man. Basketball for you. Big basketball guy?
Huge basketball guy. In fact, I'm actually a basketball coach.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. Well, obviously, the Dallas Mavericks. Were you a Dallas Mavericks fan?
No, oddly enough. All right. I'm a Lakers fan, but it's not because LeBron's there.
Yes.
I am a Kobe guy. Kobe's been my favorite player since 1996.
Yes.
So
yes. We right along. That is my team, the Los Angeles Lakers. A lot of people was like, man, so you a Lakers fan because LeBron? I was like, nah, man. Kobe was my guy all the way through, man. Him and the whole reign that him and Shaq did in the early 2000s, and or just him by himself. Kobe was the man.
Even though everybody hated on him that year or whatnot, like that 2005, 2006, like ruthless scoring Kobe Bryant was my guy. I'm like, this guy's averaging 35 points a game, and Smush Parker is like his second best dude.
Yeah,
like, come on now. Yeah, my guy got him to the playoffs. Stop hating on my guy.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why they was hating on Kobe. Couldn't give him respect, man. But who you got winning the finals, though? Who you got winning the finals? Golden State or who's in it? Golden State? Boston. Yeah, Boston.
I gotta give the nudge to Golden State. I think it's gonna be Golden State in 6.
Okay, cool. Okay, 6 though. Okay, I can agree with that one because Boston, I think. Besides the first series, they went all the way to Game 7, and the last series they went all the way to Game 7. So I think they could take this, a distance and spread it out. But
I think that the Warriors' experience is going to help nudge them over.
Yeah. We'll see. But you guys, man, we're going to move on here on Talk Pro Wrestling. Dean, Saturday, June 11th, SOAR Championship Wrestling presents Open Door. What? And you have a challenge against Moonshine Mantel. I hope I'm saying his name right. Yeah, cool. You got an awesome matchup with him. And for lately, over the last month or so, SOAR Championship been having the Open Door. It's trying to throw you off track, man. It's trying to put you up to the test to a lot of different competitors. What you say about that? And also what you say to your opponent coming up June 11th at Open Door? What?
So this Open Door challenge is all a ploy because Sir Mo wants to take that World Heavyweight Championship belt off me for some reason or another. He doesn't want me to have it. That was kind of the story over the last about year till I took it from DJ Brown in December. Right before that, when COVID hit, I was the World Heavyweight Champion at SOAR. SOAR management stripped all the champions of the titles, kind of like, hey, this was an off season. We're crowning new champions, a bunch of tournaments. I didn't get to compete in the finals for the world title because I got attacked. So I couldn't compete in the finals. And then I never got another shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. And the one time I did in that July of 2021, when I got my shot, it was a double countout. So I still had not been pinned for the title that was still rightfully mine. All right, so I took matters in my own hands. Started having to kick Mo in his face a few times, till he finally gave me the match I needed. And then he tried to interject himself in that match. But luckily, I'm the smartest man in the room. And I knew it was going to happen. So I planned for that already.
Yeah.
Hit them both with the ultimatum. Let them know this is my title.
Okay.
What's up? And then he said, well, I'm taking it off you one way or another. Open door challenges. Hey. Come on, man. All right, cool. Bring them.
What's going on? What's going on with the promotions having these open challenges, man? They trying to throw you off your throne, man?
Oh, 100%. They are trying to just dethrone me. They don't like my attitude when I get there because I'm good. I know I'm good. and I will let you know I'm good.
Hey, you're good, man. I definitely dig it. So how long your reign been? It's been up into the what 200s or something now?
Let's see. It was December the 4th when I won that. So if we now go, it's almost June the 4th. So we're looking right about half a year.
Okay. Hey, man, you doing big things, man. Doing big things. Any future projects you got planned in the works and anything coming up?
Man, I got a few things I'm trying to still work on. You know, I don't have them set yet, so I don't want to just put them out there. But still, got a few things I'm trying to work on. Trying to
Okay.
get back into some, some televised stuff.
Okay.
See if we can
Cool.
keep making it happen.
Okay, cool. Look at man, Dean Fleming. I appreciate you taking your time, man, and just chatting with me here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, man. This was really a cool vibe, man. Before you go, man, any shout outs, any questions, anything you would like to say?
Yeah, man. If y'all hit me up on social media, I've got TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. They're all the same handle, Dean Fleming 903. That is the handle on all those. Find me on Facebook. Send me a message if you want to chat. I may answer. I might not. We'll see. Other than that, watch your face.
Hey, I dig it, man. You got some pro wrestling tees or anything out there that people can cop?
Oh, yeah. ProWrestlingTees.com. Same thing with the / Dean Fleming 903. Keep that
Oh,
consistent.
all right,
So.
gotcha. I'm gonna make sure, and all the links will definitely be down below here on YouTube, my guy. I appreciate it, man, for you coming through, man. Just chatting with me, man. This was a dope vibe, man. I thank you for coming on the show. You're welcome anytime, man. Keep killing it and keep kicking ass, man. For real, the undeniable one, Dean Fleming, the SOAR Heavyweight Champion, man. Thank you for joining me this week here on Talk Pro Wrestling.
All right. Appreciate you having me. Look forward to being back soon.
All right, my guy. Thank you.
With unlimited DVR and personalized recommendations, YouTube TV is live TV reinvented for the 21st century.
I prefer some of the earlier centuries, personally.
He does.
I do.
You can start watching YouTube TV right now without having anything installed in your house.
But having a technician come would motivate me to clean up, so...
You can watch YouTube TV on multiple devices at the same time.
Multiple devices?
But if we watch different shows in different rooms, we drift apart. I don't want to drift apart
from you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Try YouTube TV for free. It's everything live TV should be.
Yo, we back here on the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Dean Fleming, man. Yo, awesome time coming through here on the Talk Pro Wrestling, chatting with your man Dre on Wheels. Yes, that's me. I appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you for coming on the show. The SOAR Heavyweight Champion. Keep kicking ass. He got a big event coming up June 11th, you guys. Open door, down in Dallas, Texas. Yo, man, they trying to knock him. They trying to dethrone my guy Dean, man, from his heavyweight championship. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to be a champion. He got to come back here in December, man. He's been a whole 1 year of the SOAR Heavyweight Champion. I know some people out there, some of the competitors in SOAR Championship Wrestling and SCW, like, hold up, wait a minute now, man. We got to make sure we get the belt off him so he won't make an appearance. So we're going to try to make that happen. So support my guy, Dean Fleming. Get some of his pro tees, man. The links will be down below. Follow him on all social media platforms. Yo, once again, Dean, thank you for coming through here on Talk Pro Wrestling, the undeniable one, man. For real, Dean Fleming. Yo, that was a great one. But you guys, man, we're going to move on here on Talk Pro Wrestling before we head on out of here. Yo, I want to say before we get into some other stuff real fast. Yo, my bro, Buzzing with Marlo, Warren Marlo, his podcast, Buzzing with Marlo, has reached its 100th episode, you guys. Yes, Buzzing with Marlo. Check him out right now. He's available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts is at, you guys, man. And go check out the 100th episode. It's been an honor. I've been on his podcast. We came up with the commission late last year, and we've been rocking it out, man. We just went on break, I believe, last week or so. And man, I'm gonna miss chatting up with these guys or just seeing him and Shiz go to war every Wednesday, man. But it's all fun and games. Sabi Yeti too, man. And also shout out to my guy Blackheart for having me on the season finale of WrestleNary. I didn't do that great though, but I did good though. But I didn't win. Shout out to the Wrestling Delirian. I hope I'm saying it right, man. Shout him out, man, who won the championship. That was real dope. Shout out to Maddie, man. Top Rope Squishy Podcast. She was just ready to use that daggone lifeline. Yo, but man, that was dope, man. And also check out Off the Top Ropes Podcast. He took his break. He'll be back the night before SummerSlam. So tune in to him, man. For real, tune in to him and get caught up and subscribe to all their platforms, man. Those are my guys, man. But yo, man, this was definitely a dope vibe, man. Before I head on out of here, man, oh man, we had AEW Double or Nothing that went down this past Sunday. Actually, I saw the replay. I watched it Monday evening after I got done with some editing of the podcast. But yo, man, the pay-per-view was good. But before I get into the pay-per-view, you guys, man, this past Wednesday night, oh boy. And we started out Dynamite. First time they were in LA. Start out Dynamite with CM Punk and FTR taking on the Ass Boys and that team or whatever. CM Punk was looking a little sluggish, and he had that promo to kind of like say to the fans, "Yo, man, we all make mistakes. Look in, it is my job to do better." Okay, now I think everybody was waiting for that to get past and like, okay, where's MJF? Because MJF got to speak. Because MJF had a hell of a weekend, sort of say, right? Okay, MJF comes out and. You guys, man, look at yo. I was saying to myself, man, shit just got real here, man. Shit just got real. For some reason, for a little bit in me at the start of the promo was like, man, why I feel like this a work. He's angry with his boss. He wants more pay, and I feel like they were, using this storyline to sort of maybe elevate their product. Who knows? I don't know, but. As the promo went on a little longer, I'm like, man, I don't think so. My man dropping F-bombs and all that. But like I was saying, man, over the past weekend, we all heard of MJF, him and, Tony Khan not, getting along. MJF want more money. He don't want to stay. He don't want to sign the extension to stay longer. He just want more money, and hey, you gotta know your worth. And a lot of people have that same energy. If you're gonna call Sasha Banks and Naomi unprofessional for walking out a couple of weeks ago on WWE Raw, you gotta call MJF unprofessional, right? To say, right? But boy, oh boy, did my man have a point though. Did my man have a point when he started to come out and was like, yo, like, Tony, you're doing all these things. You're having a merger with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you're bringing all these ex WWE guys in. And you guys, after this promo was said, I was like, bro, I'm done with the show. That was the main event. I was done with it. I couldn't wait to see and hear what MJF had to say, because the matchup that took place on Sunday was like, okay, I thought it was going to go differently. Someone said this on social media. I wish I knew who they were because I would give them credit. But they was thinking like maybe, with the whole, MJF situation, him not showing up, him, maybe getting a flight out of Vegas, MJF wouldn't have came out first. And Warlord would. And, him fighting off some security guards, or maybe Shawn Spears come out there. And then, somehow Shawn Spears appears. Not Shawn Spears, but MJF. He's in a security guard uniform, sort of like, and bam, that's when the match starts to kick in. But eventually, Warlow overcomes it, and he wins the matchup, though. But man, that didn't happen. I did not see Warlow squashing MJF, though. I really didn't, though. But man, oh man, we get MJF on Wednesday night, and he let it all out, man. He let it all out. But like I was saying, the rest of that show to me was like, bro, this was personification of what MJF was saying. Everything was, they had the nerve for the, now kudos, man. My hat's off to Miro, man. Hats off to him. You know, he's back. It was a nice LA crowd, man. Nice venue. They had a little, you know, smaller stage, but hey, you know, cool. Thought we was going to see more fans like behind the stage, but look at it was cool. But Miro took on Johnny Elite though, and which is two former WWE guys who Tony Khan is spending his bank account for all these ex WWE superstars. That you're an ex WWE guy. You're an ex WWE guy. We get Athena. We get this person. We get. And it was wow. Like, it was really wow. And then you go to the matchup with, I believe the Young Bucks. I believe they were, did they wrestle? Yeah, it was some 10-man tag team match. It was sick. It was dope, though. But it was nothing but super kicks. Super kick this, super kick that. Diving through the ring, diving over top of the ring. You know, it was just like, what the hell? And MJF said it, man, and I believed him. You know, you want to know who the biggest minute for minute draw is in this company? Now, I don't know what the fan said. I couldn't catch that, but I'm pretty sure they probably said someone else or probably been funny like me. But no, you wish. But yeah, MJF, man, being the biggest guy. He's 26 years old. He's young, my guy. He's young. AEW has been around for what, the last 2.5 years, going on 3. So that means MJF been, you know, in AEW, been doing his thing since 24, 23, going on 24 or 24-ish. Bro, and he's going to WWE sooner, maybe in 2024. Who knows, though? You know, and he dropped the F-bomb. You know, he was like, fire me. The promo was just amazing, man. The promo was amazing. Would you, like, you going to treat me better if I was a former ex-WWE superstar? You know, like, yeah, like, come on, bro. They on TBS, which is a Turner network, in which Turner and WWE or Vince was at war, you know, all these years ago. And for a WWE to be coming out and said here, you know, not mistakenly, but just flat out, you feel me? Like, and drop the F-bomb, bro, man, like, this was something else, man. Shit got real with this one. They cut his mic with the commercial, and they come back to commercial break, and they still chatting MJF though. They wasn't chatting him because, oh man, like it wasn't just they were chanting for him or clapping because MJF is good or he's right, which he is, but he's good and he's right. Like, for real. You can't name one person besides like John Moxley, Darby Allin, maybe Jeff Hardy now, but a couple other people, maybe CM Punk, but MJF, like, and I think everybody I just named were baby faces. But I'm talking about that one heel in the company since day one, which is MJF. And when his music hit, that 1 second, 2 seconds, that's all you hear. Boo! Everybody's on their feet. You know that what MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, is about to bring is going to be something. And like he said, he makes you feel. You feel me? I don't have to do a super kick. I don't have to dive through the ring. I don't have to do all these other stuff to make you feel. And by God, bro, that promo, he made me feel everything that I want to feel watching wrestling, bro. Like, kudos, hats off to MJF, man. And I know you guys seen that video where he was with Ruby Solo and Powerhouse Hobbs singing DMX. Like, come on, man. MJF is trending all the way, though, bro. That was the moment. Like, on my main podcast, I always have a WTF moment. And if it was a WTF moment on next week's show, that is the WTF moment of wrestling, which I think I might start adding the WTF moment, though, here on the podcast. Yo, crazy, man. I know, crazy. Crazy. But yeah, man, that was good. That was good. Double or Nothing was definitely good. You know, something like that. But I didn't see him squashing them though. But yo, Warlord won. The Hardys, they took the W over the Young Bucks. I was a little iffy on Adam Cole, baby, that's my man. Adam Cole winning the Owen Hart Tournament Cup. I was really rooting for Joe. I know my man Gate Alive. I know he was rooting for Joe, but that's if he was watching. But yeah, man, I was really rooting for Joe to win that, and also I thought Ruby Soho was going to win. I mean, yeah, Chris Statlander didn't go all the way, and she lost on that Friday on Rampage, and then we come here on Sunday at Double or Nothing, and she lose to Britt Baker. So now after they lose, I didn't even think of it. I didn't even think of it immediately. I don't know what match went first, but they went back to back. Both of the tournament men's and women went back to back. But when it concluded and it was Adam Cole and it was Britt Baker, I say, ain't that something? Ain't that something? But yo, shout out to the belts look beautiful though, man. The belts look nice. The belts look real nice though. Real nice. But yeah, dope matchups, man, on both ends. The 6-man tag team matches, I really wasn't all in for. I know one of the matches that Sammy Guevara kicked the hell out of Tay Conti, and I completely missed that. I saw that on social media. Man, oh man, Christian is definitely going to turn on. He's definitely going to turn on Jungle Boy real soon. I don't know when that's going to happen, but he's definitely going to turn on Jungle Boy soon. I see that coming all the way. I can smell it a mile away. He was holding them up, the championship. And I think Courtney from Off the Top Ropes podcast said this too. It was like that was the right time. Some weeks ago where he was holding Jungle Boy hand up, and it was just like, oh, he was behind him, and it was like, yo, Christian about to do some real funny stuff though. But yeah, the Anarchy matchup that was wild. That was wild, you guys. And what else we had? Thunder Rosa defended her title, successfully defended her title. Athena, aka Amber Moon, made her debut, and the guy who was with what's the tag team in NXT? Diamond Mine. He was sort of the manager for Diamond Mine. He made his debut. I can't think of his name in AEW now, but yo, man, sweet, sweet. More guys coming over from WWE to AEW. So hey, dope pay-per-view. CM Punk is the new World Heavyweight Champion. You guys, man, I don't know if you guys see. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have. If you guys seen the interview, I believe the Double or Nothing interview right after the pay-per-view where Tony Khan was sitting down with CM Punk and the different other people. Yo, man, what is Tony Khan on, man? He must be snorting. He must be snorting some coke, man. He got to. The whole interview, bro, I was saying to myself, like, Tony Khan is just a big ass kid or a big old fan, or something is really going up with this dude, bro. Because you could look at everything CM Punk was saying. It was like, yeah, man, I'm back here. Tony Khan, restored this, wrestling in me, and I'm back here, and I'm winning championships, and I'm putting money in, both of our pockets, and everything he's saying, Tony is just like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like, and then I didn't even watch the whole thing on the YouTube, but when I saw some of the clips that I think my guys Dirty Hill shared, and I was just like, yo, this dude, and he's just cussing out the ass, just like, yeah, man, that was fucking on, like, bro, like, this shit was really? Yo, man, somebody come get your homie Tony Khan, man. He out here lunching, man, for real. He out here lunching. But yeah, man, AEW with Double or Nothing, man. Pretty dope. Raw was all right, man. Raw was all right. We got Hell in a Cell coming up this Sunday, and we're going to see the third installment between Cody Rhodes and the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. And I like the promo on Monday night when Seth was like, man, you and all your boys try to come for us, man. Like, I don't want you here. Go back. I'm kind of like, where's it going? I'm really like, where's it going, man? I'm digging it. My guy Kenny last week, shout him out to the Call Up podcast. He was saying that Cody is turning into the new John Cena. I know a lot of people saw that post that I made with the promo clip. Was like, nah, no, he ain't. Yeah, nah, I don't agree. I don't think he is though. But as far as though, if you see Cody Rhodes come out there, obviously it's PG, but he always give his belt to that person that's sitting in the front row, or that kid sitting right there. Like, that's what John Cena did. So I see it, but I definitely see it. Yo, man, this has been a heck of a week, man, in wrestling. Like I said, you got Hell in a Cell this Sunday, man. A few predictions. I think I'm going with Cody, man. But it's like, really? Seth gonna lose all three of them? So I don't know. I don't know about that, man. Ezekiel taking on Kevin Owens. What if Elias come out there and help? I ain't even gonna keep going. I got Kevin Owens winning that. The triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca would definitely retain her title. Whatever matches was going down, man. Like the pay-per-view is really not too exciting. Like, but that's that, man. That's really that. But you guys, man, this was a dope show, man. I ain't gonna keep here rambling on with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe, stay blessed, man. Give all the glory to God, man, because won't he do it, man? For real. Got 2 months to go. My baby boy will be here, man. Time is flying. It's June already. The summer is here, man. For real. I'm super excited. But before I go, you guys, man, you know what time it is. Don't forget to follow the 1130 Podcast on all social media platforms, you guys. Yes, follow me on Twitter at the 1130 Podcast. I like the 1130 Podcast on Facebook. And if you haven't done so this whole entire episode, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button down below. Yes, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you will be notified. Like it, leave a comment, and do all that great stuff. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, you name it, make sure you follow the 1130 Podcast and hit that 5-star rating and a review. Share this podcast for real. Tell a friend, keep telling a friend, man. Once you spread the word, if everybody can spread the word about, I know this old though, but if everybody can spread the word about a Popeye chicken sandwich, or spread the word about a versus battle, or spread a word about a new TV show, or what's going on social media, you could tell a friend about the 1130 Podcast, man. For real, it's free. Support is free. Tell a friend it's free, man. For real. This was a dope one. Like I said again, hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys next week with an awesome guest. I can't tell you who it is just yet. Like I said, man, every time I get too excited and I kind of like, yo, man, got this dope guest, man, and I let it out. Then as soon as the day of, they be like, yo, man, I gotta reschedule. You're like, ain't this some? But you guys, stay tuned to the 1130 Podcast social media pages and YouTube channels and all that. Got an amazing guest that's coming up next week here on Talk Pro Wrestling. And also, you guys, just a reminder, if you haven't tuned in to this past week's episode of the 1130 Podcast, which I dropped 2 episodes. So shout out to Shala, businesswoman, entrepreneur, domestic violence survivor, and also shout out to Nikki Owens, who came through on the other episode, came through to chat about her new single, Take This, acting, and all that, man. So for real, check out the latest episodes of the 1130 Podcast. 2 of them dropped this past week. Also, shout out to my guy, Kofi Weaston, one half of the Dirty Hills. And shout out to my guy, Good Brother Bro, also, man. Shout out to the Dirty Hills Podcast, the 1130 Podcast. As always, Dirty Hills approved, man. For real, those are my guys, man. For real. All right, listen up, man. I'm about to hit on that. Yo, man, stay blessed, stay safe. Give all the glory to God, man. Once again, man. Won't he do it? Yo, it's your man, Dre, a.k.a. Dre on Wheels. And I'm out.